What's up, guys? All right, I just wanted to bring a little update video on pretty much what's going to be the 5X right here, my watch that I've been wearing every day until I got this one, versus the new 5X Plus. What do I think? Am I going to keep it? Is it worth the upgrade? How's the music? I didn't use like the O2 sensor. I used it a few times, but of course I had like 100% because not into mountain climbing. So, and that's going to be another thing too is, maybe, hope I don't get like downvoted or anything, but I am in the military, I am, you know, infantry. So I do a lot of things, rough, a lot of rough marches, stuff like that. I work out, run a lot. So I use the strength. But so, rock climbing wise, so what it's going to come down to is maybe is the upgrade worth it to me? Pretty much, again, the big thing that stuck out to me was the music. I love music. I listen to music, when I'm in the gym. But I hate having a phone with me. I hate having cords. With the headphones. I used to run with an iPod Nano years ago, the little tiny square one. That was pretty much the last time. It's pretty much been since I've had the Fenix 3 that I haven't used music when I run. And that's going to be your big thing here is that to me, $300, $400, was it going to be worth the upgrade on the Fenix 5X Plus? And to me, I was like, yeah, I'll pay any amount to have music, on the watch. But then I kind of used the music and, I use Beats. I have the Beats wireless ones, the over the ears. And my wife just got one of the Vivo Actives with the music. So I kind of, I've read on reviews, the Bluetooth just doesn't seem that strong. My first time running with this, the 5X Plus, went to a 1 mile track here and I used it, and it just, when it first locked on to GPS, that's when it tends to like struggle a little bit. And then, when I move the watch down on my right hand, like in that run motion, where you're moving a little bit up and down, it would kind of lag out a little bit. So I was like, oh, maybe it's just this. So we actually hooked up the AirPods to it, and it's the same thing. Now I do know that they like, oh, it's because the Bluetooth receiver, if you put it on your right hand, now I put my watch on my left hand. I just can't do a watch on my right hand. So to me, that alone was pretty disappointing. Other very disappointing part is, man, the music is not like really easy to sync. Now I don't use iHeartRadio. I thought about using iHeartRadio, but you're gonna kind of see where I'm going with this. So I really didn't feel like, using music, because it didn't actually, work that well. My wife's been using the Apple Watch, and she never had any kind of issues with that. Now I know battery life, and it's a different watch, blah blah blah. But just to give you an idea, if you had an Apple Watch, the music works real well. This doesn't really work. It gets kind of staticky, is the best way to describe it. It pauses a little bit, certain movements. And I ended up discovering I really don't like running with music anymore. Despite, making playlists and actually download music. If this probably had Spotify, it would be so much more. But my wife, who was looking into getting a better watch for like pace tracking compared to the Apple Watch GPS, even I got her the one with the music, and even she's kind of like, don't really like the music, don't really like using the music, because it doesn't really work that well. I mean, that probably shouldn't be what I say, but it does work. It just is like maybe like a 70% execution. And then with like transferring files and stuff, my wife hates doing that. So like if they had Spotify integration, offline playlists, be super easy, and she'd probably be a lot more into it and probably ignore a little bit more of the staticky, because right now we're kind of testing hers out too, if she wants to keep that. But yeah, so again, I kind of bought this just for music, and you see where I stand. Didn't even get to use Garmin Pay. My bank was supported on the list. We actually set it up, but I never got to use it, just because again, when I kind of used music, and I just was really disappointed with it. So again, you're probably going to be like, oh, maybe this doesn't seem to everybody. But if you're going to use Garmin Pay, like maybe you run to a store, like get a water, like get a water break at a 7-Eleven, like in a big city or something. But maybe that's a big feature for you. I used Galileo, and honestly, I was a little more inconsistent. And I never ran with both watches, but I run the same course. And like I got like either a little more one day, like 5.3, and then like I got a little less to 5.18. Again, maybe it's the course, but like I usually get this with the 5X. I always got pretty much the same exact distance. So maybe it's a fluke, I don't know, but you know, GLONASS works just fine for me. Like, I'm kind of rambling for 5 minutes, but I just want to give you guys exactly where I'm standing mentally. It's a big purchase. But to me, I'm just sticking with my 5X. I'm gonna return to 5X Plus. Little things that kind of drove me crazy, you know, the weak Bluetooth on it, to where the music doesn't play properly. Now, speaking of Bluetooth though, the connections to transfer data are much faster, maps a lot faster. It's not a bad watch, but if you're gonna buy it just for music, I don't know, I would maybe look elsewhere. Or just learn to run without music. I love music, and I thought I was gonna use it, and then I don't like running with music. I discovered I've used it multiple times, and my distance runs, like where I'm not on a track, I kind of hated it. And then with the difficulty, but I mean, the maps load super fast. You know, the GPS is always kind of loaded fast on both of them, even the 5X, 3X, or excuse me, the 3s. But yeah, I mean, the O2 sensor is not for me. So maybe you're gonna be like, well, this watch wasn't really for you. But yeah, I mean, hey, maybe. I'm happy with my 5X. Battery life's also very excellent on the 5X Plus. I'm not trying to be negative with the 5X Plus as in general, but compared to my 5X, it's not worth the upgrade. Now, if you guys got more questions, I could ramble on about like the features and stuff like that. Again, 5X Plus is a great watch by itself, but if you're upgrading from a Fenix 5X, it may, unless you're like really big into Garmin Pay, you know, using the O2 sensor, then maybe. But to me, I'm just gonna stick with my 5X for a while, until maybe they fix another issue. Just real quick too, I'll tap on it. So the new bands, speaking of, I kind of wrote in my review that, my bands lasted longer, and of course it snapped right after I wrote that. This band is squeaky. Like when I was running with it, it would just squeak. I can't really recreate it, but I don't know. There's some design in this that makes it squeak. So maybe it just need to be broken in very well, like my other band. There, maybe it kind of goes. I don't know. It squeaked the whole time on like my distance runs, and it really annoyed me. Never got it to stop. Never really figured it out. But you kind of see where I was standing. I just went back to my old watch, so I'm gonna be returning it. So to me, sticking with the 5X compared with the 5X Plus. Again, 5X Plus is a great watch. If you're looking to buy it by itself, highly recommend it. Like, you may as well go for the bigger, pay the difference. To me, I would pay the difference if I was going to be like, 5X, and it's like $200-300. It's your first watch, but as an upgrade, I would just stick with what you got, unless, again, certain features that you have to have. I thought I had to have music. Turns out I didn't want it. And it's not, I don't need the money, so it's not a money issue, really. It's just like, to me, I don't see myself spending $300-400 on some crappy integration of music. But that's my opinion. Hope you guys liked the video. I'm gonna try to like make more videos here, using this kind of stuff. So if you like what you saw, like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.